should I sing?
We got the funk.
We got funk. Got some funk. It's pretty good. Do you want some funk? Is that how that song goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not familiar with this song.
Throw in a Dr. Shanks has got the funk.
Okay. And then you just keep adding. Do you add a new character every verse, or
I think so, yeah.
when does it end?
Who's Dr. Shanks?
Dr. Jinx.
Oh,
It's from
Dr.
Sunny.
Shanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Solid. Well, I haven't said this in a while. Not in a real way, but welcome to the Doucber Lounge podcast.
Yeah, we've actually said it a lot.
Yeah, we say it a lot. I threaten this a lot, but we're finally doing it. It is September 26th,
Yeah.
2023. We are in the future.
But we took the long way to get here.
Yeah, we took the long way. I don't know, maybe one of us is frozen in ice and just got...
Maybe.
Okay, but for
We're
real...
in the future, but when you listen to it, we'll be in the past.
Yeah, that's true. Because we're going to hold on to this episode for a while. It's really
If we can broadcast this into the future, that's going to be really impressive.
You know, I think time does that, just naturally. But anyways, Brian, that's you. I'm Ryan. And
This is Coleman.
newcomer
Matt, hello.
is Matt. So what have you been doing, dude?
I have been podcasting, actually.
Oh, shit.
A lot.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What's it called? Should we...
I'm just constantly, I got so many guest spots on so many different podcasts.
Okay, so
everybody's
you're...
like, are you Brian Sheffield from the Doucber Lounge podcast? Please come be on my podcast. And
Fuck, man.
I got to a point where I had to start charging a fee. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be that guy, but I just got so many requests.
What is your fee?
So I
If you
usually...
don't mind...
I mean, most podcasts, they typically run for about an hour to maybe an hour and a half. So I gave them just a soft limit of $500 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good fee. Good fee.
Okay. Well, did somebody say that you would be receiving that for this show?
Oh, yeah, y'all are paying me, right?
Well, yeah, but you are paying.
Okay, so it's net even.
That's
Net
true.
even.
I would be in charge of the finances for the Doucber Lounge podcast, so I got to make sure I pay myself.
So we'll call it good. It was a fair fight. Everybody had fun, and game on. Matt, what have you been doing since the last episode of the podcast?
Oh, man, I've been getting really into Brazilian mixed martial arts.
Okay.
I've been doing that circuit. This is actually Brian and I's second podcast together. We were both on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, God.
It was great. Great time. Joe's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, apparently. A lot of people listen to him. So, a lot of people like something. Probably good.
I always just assumed that they wanted more Fear Factor, but they couldn't make any more because they were out of scares.
Well, they had us eat bugs.
That's true.
While we were on the podcast.
Oh, were you eating bugs?
Yeah, they made us eat bugs.
That's the snacks they provide.
Okay, so they put out a little candy dish, and it's it's still going. It's still crawling around.
Yum.
Fuck, man. Yeah, we don't have that here.
We have bugs here, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
Somewhere.
we could round up some bugs if need be. If it would make you feel more comfortable. What else did he ask? I'm trying to be a good podcaster again, and I don't remember how to do it.
I made a lot of gorilla noises.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So gorilla noises. Can you demonstrate one that did he teach you a technique or?
Yeah. Well, he was like bananas.
Oh yeah, and that scares you into making the monkey noise. It's like a primal Pavlovian thing.
Yeah. I was just shocked he knew about it.
Yeah, he's the man with no fear.
It's true. He makes a lot of gorilla noises, and when he's doing it, you just hear the name Carlos Mencia now and again.
Oh
He's
shit.
still holding on to a lot of rage there, I think.
Okay, about his ethnic humor or?
Yeah, ethnic humor, joke stealing.
Oh, there was the joke stealing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think
I just didn't know if you took a hard stand then, and it was just I don't like that he's saying these words I can't say.
Mm-hmm. Could be. I think really that there's an undercurrent of a love interest thing going on there though.
Between Joe Rogan and
Joe
Carlos
and
Manson?
Carl.
Okay.
I think,
What is that ship called?
Jarlos?
Jarlos.
Or Co? I think Jarlos is better.
Yeah, Jarlos rolls off the tongue. So let us know if you support Jarlos or you're anti-Jarlos. I don't care where. Just send us in some physical mail. We're not going to tell you where. I guess we can describe, kind of. We're in the Kona house, which might be a new concept to listeners. That is the place where me and Brian and Matt do our art and do our sleeping and other things like living, and it's where we live.
Art and sleep, those are the important ones.
Art, sleep, and did I mention, okay, the smart man would have just restarted. We could have been a different name. I looked up anagrams for Doucber Lounge. Let's see if I can find them.
Well, what have you been doing? You never got onto what you've been doing, though.
It's true.
This is what I've been doing.
Oh, you've been looking at anagrams.
We could have been Blunder Q Goo or Rogue Clone Dub.
I like Rogue Clone.
Rogue Clone Dub?
Yeah, like it was in another language, but it's been brought over to you. So
That seems easier to say.
Rogue Clone Dub.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a sci-fi name for like a sci-fi book.
Yeah, and we're making that amongst many other projects that are started and will come to fruition eventually. But what have I been doing, you ask? Well, about 5 years ago, we both started our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a little bet going to see who could get to 1 million followers first, but everybody already knows the story already, but I'll go ahead and tell you. In case this is your first time, I'll go ahead and tell you. We hit 1 million each on the same day. And we have no real way of seeing like who got the last follower first, so we called it a day. And
We celebrated by doing
what I thought was weird is that on my OnlyFans, I was just doing, podcasts by myself, but like Brian was doing like sex stuff, like genitals, and I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, I would do what would get the most money.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
Sometimes that would be being invited onto other people's podcasts.
What kind of podcasts were these?
Like I said earlier, any podcast. And then sometimes people would want me to like insert things. So
Like jokes?
yeah, and physical things.
Like a pat on the back?
I don't see how that's an insertion, but sure, let's go with that.
I mean, how hard are you patting?
That's true. I guess that's just a loophole that I forgot about.
Yeah.
You can pat really hard.
So I've been up to doing OnlyFans. I closed that down after our thing because, it was resolved. We won. The end.
You gotta wonder, that millionth podcast subscriber, was it the same person for both podcasts? Because I was number one. On Brian's, at least. On Brian's.
Oh, yeah.
I had an old clientele of people I kind of brought over, but I hope it was the same guy. And I hope that, he didn't feel bad that we immediately shut it down afterwards because of him joining. So, sorry. What else? We still got our wacky friends. They are about, to some degree. We have, of course, Mr. Fupp.
Who is currently frozen.
Yes.
In a block of ice to try to get to the future the easy
true.
way. He's always taking shortcuts.
Yes. So he is chilling right now. And
Couldn't wait for the Switch 2.
He could not wait for the Switch 2. He doesn't know about... he barely knows about the Wii U. Dude, Switch 2 is going to blow his fucking mind. But really, when we dethaw him, we'll definitely get him back at some point. I don't think we're going to regularly do this, but we may. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we do have somebody that we want to get a little clarification on. We haven't really spoken to in a while, so we're going to give that person a call.
Hello?
Hey, do you know who it is?
I do. It's not who I thought it was.
Oh. That makes sense. Because I'm using my phone to record. But it's me, Sean, your old pal from the Doucber Lounge podcast. Do you remember?
Yeah, the podcast that's never gonna record again.
Yeah, that one. I have a couple questions for you because you have had a storied decade of time in between the last episode and right now.
Oh yeah, things have changed a lot.
So I just want to ask you, how are things?
Was Sean on the last episode?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'll never tell.
That's not how an interview works, Sean.
I legitimately don't know, but
He might be now.
Yeah, and wow, since the 36th episode, or wait, is this since the 35th episode?
This is the 7th.
So
37.
no, but since the 35th, he said what he said.
For sure. Those last two, you were really phoning it in.
Unlike this time. Things have changed. I'm playing Classic WoW.
Okay.
Surely we're doing that a decade ago.
Yeah, no. This is... You made a huge advancement.
I live in Ezo. I'm gonna make it back up there anytime now if you guys come pick me up.
Okay.
So
I feel like...
I'm just ready for a casual summer living with 8 dudes in a small apartment.
Okay. So, how does your marriage factor into this?
It went so well, so great.
No, the current one.
Oh, no, not there yet. But any day now. I met a swell older lady with some money. I hope she never listens to this.
I guarantee she won't. I guarantee it, Sean.
I mean, there's a small chance that she's Grant or Rachel or the third person. Whoever that is.
Who knows?
So if it's her, I'm so sorry about this. It's more than your looks and your property and
but it is that too, right?
Yeah, that's like...
It's a lot of that. But it's also, it's more important than that, It's the third thing.
Now, does she call you Sugar Baby Sean?
Not yet, but it's in the works.
Okay.
That's been the only real requirement of every relationship I've had.
Is that how you introduce yourself now? To everybody?
No. Only after the first date.
Okay. But what if somebody needs to take your order, and has to call it out? What do you give?
It's just Baby Sean. I don't add the sugar until it's romantic.
Okay. That seems dangerous.
I just don't ever want them to think that I'm Big Sean from the rap music.
Okay.
And
you get confused a lot?
Yeah, otherwise it's really easy to get that mixed up.
Okay.
When you're going after older ladies, so you want to activate their motherly instinct with Baby Sean.
It's not really about the motherly thing. It's
the money.
Wow, this sounds terrible. It's kind of, we all have a certain amount of time.
Sure.
And when you're older and you have money,
it needs to go places where it's
somebody needs to be sugared.
Okay. You're the baby for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I don't want to say I've earned it. There's not really a better word for it.
Yes. I don't think anybody would say you've earned it.
For a time, in these relationships, I think they would say that.
Sure.
Maybe not afterwards.
No.
But I'm putting my best foot forward and a big pot of honey.
Okay. Now, is your best foot that you put forward the one that got bit by the snake?
That is not my best foot.
Okay.
Not
What
anymore.
did it used to be? And the snake tainted it?
Never used to be.
How do you determine? Have you always known, that's me best foot?
Well, I guess, when I was younger, I really knew. It started with playing soccer, and then it advanced into my playtime with the Cougars. Go Cougs.
Oh, yeah, go Cougs.
And
I thought you were talking about your
it's
girlfriend.
really
Yeah.
going forward into the Cougars. So it's crazy how that, it all works out.
It's like a
supposed
pipeline.
to.
So which foot is your best foot then?
Yeah, don't leave us in suspense.
I mean, it's the right, mostly because I can pick things up better with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's the right because it's your driving foot.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I got the most experience with it
Sure.
and the flexibility.
Okay.
I'm always pushing down on that pedal, so to speak.
Now, is it true that you were the last person to follow Brian's OnlyFans before he shut it down?
Oh, I still pay him for that.
Well,
I mean, I still get the money.
Yeah,
that's
he's still getting the money.
just in an envelope.
I'm just taking what I can get. At this point, it's about every 2 to 3 months he accidentally takes a picture while his phone is falling, and
Sure.
I'm just happy to get it.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, Sean, thank you for joining us. I'm glad to hear that you're still here and still in Ezel and still need us to come pick you up.
It's
So,
either that or I've been in a coma for a long time.
which one do you think it is?
I'm kind of leaning to the coma.
Okay. Go on.
If
I was about to hang up on you, but
that wouldn't be what would happen in the coma. So if you have to,
sure.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay, but like, what's the proof?
The proof?
Yeah. Why are you in a coma dream?
God, everything's going so well. I don't know. The last time everything was going so well that it was lesbians, and so like you gotta know when you're winning.
Yeah, I don't think that needs any more clarification.
No, I think that's about as clear as it gets.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, goodbye, Sean. I hope we see you soon, but somehow,
Yeah, somehow just get Austin to buy a really cheap car, and we'll be set.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye. Just like the Doucber Lounge, another disappointment. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we end this extra special episode?
I miss Sean.
Yeah. I'm Sean neutral right now.
No, that's all I had.
Okay. Well, goodbye. Forever. Again.